Okay, Obumi is doing some housekeeping, some energetic cyber spring cleaning. So I will be in the business of blocking and removing a lot of stuff. So if you find, don't take it personal, but I will be blocking. I'm not afraid to lose numbers. I'm not afraid to lose views. I'm cleaning house here, okay? There will be a lot of changes you guys are gonna see. If you go onto my YouTube channel, I'm gonna be revamping and restructuring all those things. But let's pick up where we left off, collective, for my high vibers. So this is about a masculine regretting, right? Feeling brokenhearted. I hate myself for what I've done to you and what I've caused you. 8 of Pentacles. People that begged them to not work with you. People that could have, yeah. They're taking a loss here. They took a loss. They thought that they were going into victory and success where they went, and it wasn't. The truth of the matter is, Divine Feminine, you are this pre-Empress energy, 9 of Pentacles. This was always your energy. People was trying to work against you to try to make you look some kind of way, which essentially was their toxic energy. I have 8 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles. Masculine is saying he hates that he allowed himself to be confused, that he entertained other options here. He allowed other people to interfere. 8 of Swords and get him stuck. That's what he is hating. He wished that he would have just stayed single and worked on himself, or he wished that he would have rejected these people that was like thirsty hoes and shit. Basically, that's what they are. Okay? Because he's saying he regret what he did to Divine Feminine, okay? Tried to confuse Divine Feminine about some deaths, and this ends up backfiring. This is an interesting card. So they were trying to do that weird nigga bitch Ursula Seawitch shit. I have 6 of Swords in the reverse. I have the Fool in Aries. It ends up backfiring, so that means something could have possibly ended up happening. Ooh, it could have ended up happening with an Aries because I have the World here. So they wanted to play some games and tricks and confuse you, Divine Feminine. And it says this ends up backfiring. It ends up backfiring. 3+ people could... Stop fucking with Divine Feminine. You want to play head games? You want to try to make her look like she crazy? You want to try to whoop-de-whoop this man? It says it ended up backfiring. So I got the 6 of Swords reversed. Chaos and conflict was sent back to them. Okay, whatever they were doing to try to like make it seem like they were dead, or make it seem like they were not dead, or to make it seem like Divine Feminine was tripping, Divine Feminine was crazy, woo-de-woo, trying to hide, bitch, so Feminine won't ride that ass. You heard? It backfired. I wonder why. It says it backfired. The Fool. This was foolish. It was foolish, ain't y'all? 6 Swords reverse, bitch. 7 of Cups. Ooh. They made a choice to do this, but this shit backfires. Needing to win at all costs. Playing games, trying to fuck with somebody here, trying to slow somebody down, boom, bitch. Nine of Cups. Cease. Oh. 3 of Wands reversed, bitch. Something went a wire. I have 3 of Wands reversed. They got defeated. Somebody could end up getting drunk or something. Oh, Lord. I don't know. What happened? The Lovers reverse. Something. Okay. So there's a breakup or a loss here. Somebody could have. Oh, they could have. Oh, shit. Well, it said it backfired. Don't be mad at me. Tower. So this means something happened out of nowhere. Somebody could have been an altercation bitch. Okay? It could have been communication, some words exchanged, bitch, shit. Boom, they was drinking. You know what I'm saying? Whoa. They was taking some medicine, bitch. They was drinking, doing some drugs. Okay, because we're talking about why is it backfiring. This is why I'm picking it up that way. What happened to where this backfires here? Why is the Lover in reverse? What happened to, what shit? What happened? The Moon and Five of Wands. Oh, shit. So there was an altercation. You heard this Five of Wandsies and the Moon and Secret, bitch. There was some altercation, bitch. They could have been doing spells, bitch. Okay? In secret, they could have been trying to hide. I have the Star Aquarian energy here. The Moon. They were they were forced to face their fears, and this made them mad. Okay. Yeah, Seven of Swords. Yeah. Ooh, it got exposed. The Sun, Seven of Swords, the Star. Ooh, this shit backfired. Some got exposed. Why Five of Wands? Because it backfired. What happened? Did they die in secret? Mm-hmm. Oh, shit. Well, they got karma. They got the karma. Five of Swords is here. Oh, so this is Five of Cups. Look, okay. So this is Five of Cups. This is Five of Swords. So what happened was they got, it backfired. And they were drinking. They were sad, bitch. Because it backfired. Boom, bitch. Lovers reverse, bitch. They were sad and shit because motherfuckers was hiding from them and shit, bitch. And then there was an altercation or something out of their jealousy or whatever. They could have been doing some spells, bitch. And drinking and doing their rituals, bitch. And they lost. Because it said it backfired, they lost. Five of Swords, they defeated themselves. What they sad, it was unfair. They could have tried to beat somebody up in secret here or something. Man. And something backfired. Ooh, child. Well, child. I'm standing on this one because I'm like, people need to leave shit alone, bitch. Ten of Cups, a whole family. Yeah, God. Somebody could have found out and spread the news. Eight of Wandsies. They could have been traveling as well. Okay, this is also like a travel card. It ends up backfiring. Ooh-wee. Let me see if somebody actually died, because they may not have died. It just said they tried to confuse Divine Feminine about deaths and this ends up backfiring. So let me just see something real quick. It could just mean they got exposed basically, right? And now everybody looking at them like, you got some problems, bitch. This backfire energy, ancestors, this backfire energy. Did somebody end up dying physically? Did someone actually physically. With this backfire energy here, trying to confuse the divine feminine, did someone end up physically dying? Yes or no? Did someone end up physically dying? Whether feminines know about it or not, did someone end up physically dying? Yes or no? As a backfire to what they did? Yeah, divine feminine, for some of y'all, if this part is resonating with you, for some of y'all, whatever they were doing to try to confuse you about something, to make, to try to hide, to try to make you look crazy, to try to cause issues, whatever it was they did, at some juncture, for some of them, somebody ends up actually dying. Okay? Somebody do. Not for all of you, but somebody. The irony is someone ends up dying. It was all a game. It was all a plot. It was all, an attempt to make you look Looney Tunes or to make you look some kind of way. Whoop-de-whoop. Yeah, Queen of Swords at the bottom of the deck, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Could ancestors, who died? Where this is relevant. It's not relevant for everybody. But who died? Show me their energy. I want to know who died. Who died? Reveal, please, ancestors. Based on this reading, please, as it resonates. Three of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Who died? Could have been somebody that betrayed you. Could have been a third party. Somebody that was involved with the third party who died. The third party karmic, because that says third party karmic lesson. So it could be, over here it says third party karmic, so this could be the third party karmic that died. Okay? Who died? Four of Cups. No, I'm sorry. Four of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Somebody that had mental issues. Somebody that was trying to make somebody sick or ill. It could have been a practitioner. Okay. If you're in here, please do send positive energy and do return to sender to dark witches and warlocks that's projecting energy to you, to me, and to the collective, and to this reading, and to our home spaces and children. Please do that because they're doing that. Do you guys catch it? Come on, wake up. I'm trying to get y'all in the energy of realizing that if you're here and you're high vibe, so are karmic lunatics. And they're not happy about the truths and the realities coming out about them. So they get on these videos, whether it's me or others that are similar, and they start doing their ritual work. They start sending distorted energy to your children, to our work, and to our space, and to what we do. They do this when you upload your videos. They do this when you go live. So if you are here in love and light, and you are a seasoned, legit, divine, feminine, or masculine, where you have knowledge and understanding about this stuff, set intention to be in agreement under the leadership of our higher selves to defend and calling judgment on those who do this sort of thing. Though we may find these readings fascinating and entertaining, and we may get enamored and engulfed in them, understand that content creators, they're a target. So when you sense energy shifts, when you sense offness, as a creator is doing something, start doing what you know to do. And the more of us that start getting in that kind of energy, the more we're going to give these motherfuckers a run for their money. And the more we stand and defend and protect what is ours and our children. while these people are out buying Xboxes, we're learning how to cover and defend from lunatics and sociopaths like this. The differently able communities send a lot of energy to those types because lunatics, they're fucking parasites. They're fucking leeches. And they like to suck off that pure energy and spit out the bones, so make them cry. You hear me? Make them cry. Make them wish they didn't do that. And this, the more we join together to do this type of stuff, the more these energies will realize that this shit ain't gonna be easy, motherfuckers. It ain't gonna be easy. It's gonna be hell to pay. So please continue to send the support. Okay? They attack my child every time. And I'm calling judgment on those who know about this and that are doing nothing. And if you are partnered with any of these people who are doing this kind of stuff, I'm calling judgment on you too. And commanding that all their shit get exposed. So all their nice little cushy benefits that they have been benefiting off of is about to go down the toilet. If it hasn't already. Some of these people pissed because somebody died. Well, get your shit together. Whoever this resonates for right here, because this doesn't resonate and apply to everybody, okay? But for those of you where this happened because of some kind of weird energy and backfire, and then the people that are left behind is upset or what learn a lesson. Yeah, 9 of Wands. It says protect what you love and what you've created. Okay, so it was possibly Aries, Leo, Sag, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius that you had to constantly defend yourself from, that was fucking doing shit to you over and over again, because we're asking about who died. Yeah, 10 of Wands, somebody that was, fire sign. Somebody, fire or air here. Somebody that was burdening you, over trying to make you feel burdened, tired, overworked, a fucking burden. Wanted you to have health problems. They were a fucking burden, man. Now I got Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Boom. Yeah, the Chariot here. Now I got Cancerian energy for some of you. Somebody that was a burden. Somebody that didn't want you to move on and grow and have any direction in life. Somebody that was trying to burden your purpose, burden you from moving on. Somebody that was caused, a judgmental motherfucker could have died. Okay? And causing people to be judgmental or misjudging you. This was their judgment too. The Chariot came for them. This person could have gotten a car. This could have been how they went, because they was coming to still do more shit. Or they was sending people to come do shit and just so happened and they died. And then people be mad. It's like, you don't know what the fuck these people have been doing, so you really need to go grieve and deal with your shit, man. You need to go grieve and deal with your shit. Or in, you know the rest. Precautionary tale. The Empress. Yeah, they were coming for the Empress. Look it. Some of you is a mother could have died, a baby mama could have died, certainly. Okay, but they were coming for a divine feminine. They were coming for her. They kept coming for her. They kept sending people to come for her. And then people be mad when people start dropping like flies and have shit to say and blaming like Divine Feminine did something. No, they came for Divine Feminine and just so happened they died. They were coming for Divine Feminine. They were coming for her children. They were doing ritual work on her. They were sending hitmen to come physically harm her and her children. They called themselves coming to her to confront her. They had shit misunderstood in life. This is why they're not here. Has nothing to do with Divine Feminine doing anything. It has everything to do with divine protection from idiots and sociopaths that are hell-bent on trying to do harm to people. Has nothing to do with her. Unlike these people or whoever that could have passed, Divine Feminines aren't somewhere doing ritual work on people or their children or their lives. She could care less. She's too busy worrying about trying to be somewhere to fucking heal and restore her own life to give a fuck about now one of these motherfuckers. And she's sick of people trying to project that shit and blame her. The very people that was a part of doing fucked up shit to her and her children. If people died, if this shit backfired, hear me and hear me good. Go somewhere and heal and work it out, okay? Go to a grief counselor, go to a, all the things, okay? But learn. I'm sorry if things happen to these people, but we got sociopathic energy on the board, okay? And what we know about sociopathic energy is they will not stop until they're able to destroy their targets. They do not take wise counsel, okay? They're focused on image. But there is no stopping sociopathic energy. So just to, try to go and talk to these people, y'all think that folks didn't try to talk to, do you think that people, at least one person, if not a lot of people, at least one or two, you guys think that there was no people that tried to get into the ear of these individuals saying, listen, this has gone too far. This is not that serious. You need to get a grip. You need to get over it. You need to consider the cost. You need to consider your own kids, your own family. You need to consider the possible repercussions. This is enough. You need to get help. You need to stop. You think people, there wasn't at least one or two persons that knew about it that didn't attempt to stop people from taking these negative actions? They did try, and you can't counsel sociopaths. They wanted to prove a point to win. They wanted to call themselves confronting and getting in Divine Feminine's face. They wanted to try to put an end to her and her children. So her divine team ensured differently. You do not blame her She has a right to fucking not be harassed by sociopaths. She has a right to be left the fuck alone. Her and her children and her life. She has a right to speak. See, these are bullies. These people are bullies. They dish out a whole lot, but they can't take the energy that they project. They talk a lot of mad shit about a lot of folks. And they call themselves coming for divine feminine. They call themselves going to silence her. You're not going to silence divine feminine. As I've said, if they tear one thing down, I will build another. I mean that. Divine feminines have the right, whoever you all are that this is about, you have a right to tell your story. You have a right to speak the truth. You have a right to voice that. These people didn't want shit to be heard or known. First and foremost, they shouldn't have conducted in such a way. Second of all, then they should have handled things when they had an opportunity to do things. You have a right to tell. You have a right to your beliefs. You do not need somebody to come and co-sign to give you a green light of what you can do and participate in. Especially people that operate in toxic energy themselves, wanting to tell you what you shouldn't be participating in. You have a right to speak about those individuals as well. They don't have a problem speaking divine feminine. You know this to be true. They don't have a problem speaking on their various creations, but they can't handle when they hear about their shit. They don't have a problem weaponizing religion. They don't have a problem saying cutesy slick sayings and the shit they do, but they have a problem hearing it when it pertains to them. We don't need no one's permission. If we're not hurting and violating people, in other words, intruding ourselves into other people's lives, stealing from folks, doing physical harm, sabotaging other people's lives and paths, if we're not violating that, we don't need somebody's permission to be. We don't need somebody's permission to tell our story. And if people didn't want their names to come up in your story, then they shouldn't have been players in it. It's that simple. They shouldn't have been involved. See, it's fun to be involved when you think your name ain't gonna never come up. They shouldn't have been trying to fuck with these divine feminines to start. And then they certainly shouldn't have been sending nobody to a divine feminine and her children and gets upset that they end up the ones unalivened. They lost control. Here it is. I'm sorry, y'all. I stopped because I'm like, you know what? Enough. You're always scapegoating and projecting. Deal with your shit. And accept the truth. Some people don't want to, man. Some people don't want to accept the truth about situations, about people, even these very people, the ones that this applies to. Again, this is not everybody. The ones that it applies to, they don't want to accept the truth about who these people really were. Because they're in pain. Like I said, that's why I said deal with it. Go to the, the necessary parameters to deal with pain, to deal with loss, to deal with grief. But this delusional shit, not wanting to accept who these people really were and what they really were about and what they've done to other lives, and then projecting that grief and pain onto the very ones that these people were fucking harassing, is ludicrous. And it's going to add to your bad karma. Nobody could have stopped this person from getting in the car, okay? For those of you where this was about, like I said, we got a lot of travel energy here. Nobody was going to stop these people from getting in the car or telling some people to get in the car to go towards the divine feminine. Nobody was going to be able to stop these people from drinking and driving, because most of them are addicts. Nobody was going to, come on. No, nobody don't want to deal with that and be honest about that. That they was doing drugs or alcohol or under the influence or had a temper problem and had a tendency to be reckless. People want to forget about that because they're in pain. Oh, they're missing somebody. I get that. But it's ill-advised to fuck with people that they were trying to fuck with before they died. I'll tell you that. They lost power and control over the situation. Four of Pentacles in the reverse. They could have lost power and control over the wheel. Okay? There could have been weather conditions. All sorts of shit could have played a role. They could have been drinking and driving. The weather could have been a certain way. It could have been hilly. It could have, there's so many, oh my God, there's so many factors. I had an accident one time, and I know this is unrelated, so please, you guys bear with me, but I'm proving a point. I need to say this. I had an accident many years ago, back in 2006. A major one, by the way. You guys may find this kind of fascinating, like, why am I alive? Okay? But me and my son had a major car accident in 2006. I was driving on the freeway and it was raining. It was at night. And at this time I was going down like a curve or a slope or some shit like that, and there was some boulders. And I don't know if I was hydroplaning. I don't really speed, so in my case, I don't know what happened, because I always kind of drove like a grandma. So either it was the wind or whatever, and then I was trying to, I didn't know this until later, I was trying to be sure to steer my wheel. I was trying to stay closer over to the safer side, because I was like, okay, let me turn, because I didn't want to veer the wrong way. But I'm told that if you're hydroplaning, you're not supposed to try to turn, because whatever way you try to turn, that is going to go opposite. I didn't know this until afterwards. So I was trying to slow down and turn the wheel. When I realized I couldn't slow down or something, I was just trying to ease and turn my wheel so that I could try to get us into like the safe zone. It went the total opposite direction, bitch. So I flew off the freeway, okay? I was going down the little hilly thingy, my mom, and there was a bunch of boulders on this left side where, you know, you look down and then there was the boulders. So I'm driving, going down, and then I tried to turn and went, whoop, and here we go. Me and my son went, yep. Lost control. It was nothing I could do. I lost control of the vehicle, slid off. The car, I was in an old car, and maybe because the car was a super old car, that could be why we survived. It was a whole ancient Volvo. Them old German cars, bitch. That, you know what I'm saying? That could be why we didn't die, bitch, you know? But it flipped. I remember us turning. I remember in my head turning, hitting on the side of the window. I remember flipping and blanked. And then I don't know who the person, hell, I don't know what happened. Somebody, because we were upside down first. So I don't know how or who. I'll never know that part. How did the car get upright? Okay, so I survived that accident, right? The point that I'm making about it is like these things happen, okay? Losing control of a vehicle. In my case, I wasn't even being unsafe. I just didn't know the rules of driving in the rain, and that I was supposed to just not try to turn and just, you know, roll with it. I didn't know any of that. Why am I saying all this? Because no matter how people want to spin this, for the people who don't want to accept, you know, whatever these people were a part of in terms of trying to come against people, doing weird shit on people, if they don't want to accept the toxic truths, well, even still, the reality is this: shit happens. I've just sat here and told the story about being in a car accident, a major one. And to try to blame, like, if they wouldn't have been in the accident, if they wasn't upset about, see this projection, if they were not upset about what they heard in the news, and if this person didn't say that and do that, you see that projection? If, it's time for us to grow up. That's why I say these types of people can dish out a lot but can't take it. You know how many people gossip about me and how long they've been gossiping about me? You know how many people run their mouth and spit out negative shit about me and how long they've been doing this? You know how many people have butt their nose in my life and to try to turn people against me, telling lies? My actions are my responsibility. If I can't handle my own emotion as it pertains to what people have done or said, and I get my ass in a car drinking and being volatile because I'm a bully control freak, if I do that and something happened, then something happened. But that's my fault. This is grown-up food now. Life is about choices. Every last one of us got something to say. Every last one of us can attest to having people running their damn mouth, saying shit. Every last one of us. And we are still responsible for how we deal. We're responsible for our emotions. We're responsible for how we handle that. We're responsible for the choices we make as it pertains to that. If we decide to do something foolishly and end up suffering, that is still our fault. You know how many hurtful things people say about me? You know what kind of fucked up shit people have said and did pertaining to my son? You know how many people tried to dig up my past and tried to find something to poke holes in from the fucking 1900s, bitch? To try to make me look some kind of way because they're ridiculous. If I call myself getting in a vehicle to go fucking beat up or unalive or do some shit to people, and if I die on the way, whose fault is it? Dealing with grief and loss. Stuff became public in you all's situations because these people continue to be sneaky, continue to be shitty, shicey, and shady, and had no intentions on ever being any different. And people get upset when this is exposed. But I'm letting people know now. It's this save yourself, man. Because it's not going to be, it ain't, man. Learn a precautionary lesson from those that you may be mourning their death. Don't be like them or you'll end up like them. Sorry you're hurting. But hopefully y'all, these people out here learn the lesson that you can't control people. You can't fix people. You can't stop the psychopath, the sociopath. The only thing you can do is learn, get help, get healed, put up some boundaries, be different, move on in life. But going for the survivors, going for their targets and their survivors is ill-advised. And I've been saying this for several years now and nobody's listening, and many people are getting upset because the shit is starting to happen. Leave people alone. Go somewhere and heal. Deal with your shit so that you can preserve yourself and your children or your grandchildren or whatever situations you got going in life so that you don't end up just like them. Go deal with your anger problems properly so that you don't end up just like them. The devil in the reverse. Here we go. Ego. We're asking about what happened. That obsession. Yeah, but there's death. I'm asking about how they died. There it is. They were in the car. They were obsessed with trying to do some toxic devilish shit here. They were overtaken by these energies and these whatever the fuck. And that's what happened to them. Yeah, Six of Wands reversed. This is the lost people are dealing with. This is the lost. They were yeah, man. They were obsessed and trying to kill this Two of Cups situation. Obsessed with trying to get rid of somebody here. And their obsession led to their own demise. Are you guys connecting the dots yet? Their obsession with death, with hurting and harming people, their obsession with confronting people, with trying to plan and plot and come towards people, led them, in this case, led them to their own death. Yeah. Ace of Cups. They were crying. They didn't love themselves. And this is why they were obsessed with doing all this stuff. Yeah, Ten of Pentacles. They were crying about a divorce or a loss. Ten of Pentacles in the reverse, right? It was about money. They were, see what I'm saying? Look at. Somebody could have rejected their love offer. If the person didn't reject their, are we really gonna go for real now? We're putting those burdens on the people because people decide to choose something differently. This is what I mean about grown-up stuff. So it's their fault because somebody didn't want, whatever the situation, love, partnerships, business, whatever. So we're going to put the blame on the people that just decided to move on and liberate and free themselves from them, as they do have a right to do, whether people agree or not. And then they end up unaliving themselves, and so it's these people's fault. That's so twisted. If they wouldn't have rejected them, if they wouldn't have broke up with them, if they wouldn't have heard the truth on the internet, if they wouldn't have whoop-de-whoop. Three of Cups in reverse. There it is. Crying. They were planning collectives, funerals, and deaths. And so this obsession, they themselves were behind it. High Priestess, here it is. The secrets came out in reverse. This is this dark magic. Okay. So for some people, they're saying if they would have never exposed the truth about them and their distorted things. Do we hear how distorted this sounds? So you're going to blame the targeted individuals of these people's abuse. The people they were doing rituals on, the people that they had secrets. You're gonna blame these people because of this exposure. If this wasn't here, then this wouldn't be here to begin with. How about that? If they were not secretly doing evil things, secret affairs, secret whatever this shit, dark practitioner, stealing, whatever the shit was, there would have been nothing to be exposed. And this is what the masses need to think about. If it wasn't there, then they wouldn't have had nothing to worry about, just like I talk about all the time. When you're trying to live up integrity, you can really care less about what people are saying. When you know that you don't have a bunch of hidden dishonor floating around, you can care less that somebody is accusing you because you know that it's not true. You go on. If they hadn't told the truth, if they hadn't exposed, they did not follow, this person, where this resonates their intuition, they didn't follow their own their own guidance or whatever it is that was telling them before they did this. Because some of them, it was alerting. It was telling them, don't do this. Knight of Swords in the reverse. Think before you take this action. Don't do this. Because you're going towards somebody to hurt them, and we're trying to let you know that this is going to go bad. Don't do this. Don't get in this car. Don't get people rallied up to get in no car, to be going towards nobody. Don't do this. This is not going to end well. They didn't listen. They were overtaken by those energies. All right. Let me get out of here. Yeah, 8 of Swords. Yeah, they were under judgment. They kept trying to interfere. So now, Divine Masculines, in this reading, I know it kind of took a turn here, but this is what happened. This is this heartache. This is this heartache. This is this broken-hearted energy. All these betrayals. We had 10 of Swords, 8 of Swords, 6 of Swords reversed. Sociopathic energy. Loss. Narcissistic energy. We have so much here. Okay? In some cases, this confusion about death. So this abracadabra Loki shit ends up turning into a disaster. In some cases. So this is a broken-hearted energy. Masculines have to live through. Feminine, I'm sure this affected you. That's why you moved on. Because of all of this shit that these masculines was connected to, all of this third-party karmic relationship lesson shit up here. And you guys, you know, got wise, Divine Feminine, and stopped trying to convince people of shit. And decided to move on. Okay? Just let me tell y'all something. One thing that you don't want to do, something that I had to learn the hard way. Well, not quite the hard way. I didn't have to learn it quite the hard way. I'll just say, like, there's a reason why it doesn't serve to try to tell somebody, oh, your baby mama is a karmic, or your baby daddy is a karmic, or your homie that you went to high school with is a karmic, or because if you do this, first and foremost, it's still going to come off like these are people that they knew before you. These are people that they have had relationships with before you. Long before they ever knew you existed physically. Okay? In the physical. Okay? These are people that, like I said, they share children with. These are people that's their mother and fathers. And so to even try to insinuate something like that, no matter how true and valid, it is going to have an undertone and come off like you're trying to interfere with this person's, this man's connection to his friends, to his family, to his, children's mother, and you're gonna come off like some weirdo, control freak, insecure, that don't want them to have any connections or whoop-de-whoop. So they're not going to be able to hear anything about that spiritual or energetic aspect that they plotted against you. They never liked you. They're always jealous of you. They're sabotaging you. That's why your life is like it is. They're not going to hear any of that. They want you stuck. They want you stagnated. That's why they keep the door open. That's why they let you use their Netflix. Like, they're not going to hear none of that. you're going to look like somebody that just don't want them to have connections to their children's mothers or fathers, or, you know, so it's best. And if you guys resonate with me and what I've done in the readings, you know that it's best to remove yourself so that people all can freely go on their respective journeys and figure out what the fuck they got to figure out and find out for themselves, even if it's long and painful. Because anything different is going to be met with resistance and denial. These people are going to label you as crazy. They're going to label you as controlling. They're going to label you as all sorts of things. So let them go. Remove yourself as a factor so that none of these people will be able to say shit. If they were fighting and panting and clawing to have these masculines and to be able to keep a hold, you said, oh, this is not necessary, dear, as you wish. Because I don't do that. We're not playing that. That's what y'all did. And these masculines, this is why these masculines are brokenhearted. Because they had to learn the hard and long way that the people they thought were they ride or dies, the people they thought were they ace boom coons, the people they thought were they partners for life, the people they thought had they back, the people they thought, you know what I'm saying, was so in love, the people they thought was so supportive because they were there from the beginning and they took care of their kids and whoop-de-whoop. The people, they're finding out the long and slow and hard way. So now, that's what happened. I'm going to end this one and I'm going to come back and do part 3 where we're going to get into the energy about what these divine masculines are wanting now with divine feminine. Okay? With Caribbean Queen. So this is the story that has led up to it. This is the drama. This is the broken heart. This is the trauma that has happened. So now we're going to get into, all right, what does he want with divine feminine? What is his messages to divine feminine? What is he thinking, feeling, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so I'm going to bring out my messages deck there. I'm going to bring out my good karma deck here. And then we'll go from there. So please just take it as it resonates. Divine feminine, you already know. You know. You already know before I even done the reading, you already know. So hopefully you're just continuing to heal and move forward, because see, your position is to stay in position. Your position is to keep, you don't regress. See, what karmic energy does is does a lot of regression and pulling back and going back into old energy and old ways. But we're not doing that. Masculines will have to heal and ascend through to get to legit divine feminines. Okay, they will have to do their journey and process and follow that guidance system to get them there. Okay, but we don't regress. We sometimes have to put that Florence Nightingale nursemaid energy. Sometimes we have to pull that energy back into ourselves from the damage that's been done to us, from the shit that we went through at the hand of all these motherfuckers. Okay, pulling it back into us and our children and our creative endeavors and projects. That's our position. Because now the requirement and standards have gone up. Men, for those of you who are interested in men or however this resonates, have to mount up to get to you. And I'm not saying they need to be perfect. I'm not saying they need to kiss your ass. I'm not talking about that kind of low level shit. I'm just simply saying they have to develop. Any game plan tendencies is going to keep being met with resistance. So if they're trying to still play mind games, if they're trying to use reverse psychology, if they're still trying to be over controlling, then they'll stagnate their life. You're meant to keep moving. Because if they want to face you, they're required to come with pure energy. They're required to come truthfully. They're required to be straight up in their approach. Not trying to do, come to me, divine feminine. Nope, it's going to be met with this. Nope. Mount up. And that may take them some time. Feminine, you keep living. Okay? And shit, you co-create and manifest, and you are manifesting mounter-uppers. Okay? We're going to get into that. Because you all are not impressed with people that's sitting back somewhere with crushes. You're not impressed by any of that shit anymore. It's like, put your money where your mouth is kind of energy. It's a put up or shut up kind of energy. And it's not meant to be disrespectful. It's simply meant because you guys realize that this journey is meant to be fully lived and fully enjoyed and fully experienced. It's not time for people that want to waste 10 years on some dumb shit, or being weak, or being a coward, or being, you know, yeah. That's reserved for high schoolers, man. Y'all done with that. That's reserved for college and high schoolers. They got to deal with that, okay? I'll be back. I wanted to clear the energy here since we're going to tap into some good shit. So I'm going to clear the energy. So send me some positive energy, bitch. The space, my son, yourself, bitch, the high vibe collective. Because we want to release and disintegrate all this karmic low life energy, all this pain, the grief. And then we want to tap into the higher aspect. Okay? Boom, bitch. And then do your return to sender shit. Join me with the doing that. Okay? And let's amplify it by the power of 12 to the highest degree. And let's do this on a time release. So they'll know there's a price to pay. They can do it if they want to.